Put something in them monitors and them man. Come on. 80 cents too expensive for this man. Well to the monitors. Bring it up. Bring it up. Fire. 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 I want fire. Jano. Fire. Jano. Fire. Jano. Fire. Jano. Fire. Jano. Fire. Jano. Judgment morning, I'm at the gate and I'm waiting for the begging the master. Give me a walk with Peter, because some sinners coming. With them I go be dealing, because the things that they do me, I'm going to fix them personally. Peter looks at the road by the gate. Money. Peter look the Englishman, presents at the road to Africa land. Money. Peter takes Rick, take Raleigh, but leave Victoria for me. Money. Peter can just don't care what you say, but Mussolini, he can't get away. Money. Why?
My time for money. Peter, this is fire break.
This is my time for money.
Peter, give me fire break.
Come with it. Peter, you don't know the trouble that I undergo from this madman and woman. I feel the full weight of the hand. Maybe the oppressed law. They never care about the poor. Peter, this people look at the day. Well, now it's time for Stalin to play. Peter, wait. Peter, lucky on slipped by the gate.
Money.
Peter, I don't want you to make fuss forever. I want this before.
Money.
After Peter look the woman who was South Africa refused to contact her.
Money.
Peter can just look at what you do like Reagan.
Money.
Why?
My time for money. Peter, this is fire break.
Come with the fire.
It's my time for money.
The song of the Black Stalin. Leroy Calise, the Black Stalin. Icon to many. And today, guys, we pay tribute to a legend. Caribbean legend, world legend, music legend. And I'm joined with today a very good friend, colleague, veteran broadcaster, Mr. Eric Saint Bernard. Saint Bernard, you know, we always meet up all different times. So not only on sad occasion we meet up, but I'm happy at least we get an opportunity to speak today about this legend, this man who have done so much for the art form. Leroy Calise, your friend, my friend, the Black Stalin. Welcome, Eric Saint Bernard. How are you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing fine. And before we go any further, just allow me to make this little. I have had many requests all day long, national television and radio stations in Trinidad and Tobago, and I had no plans to do anything. Didn't want to talk about Leroy, in the time, but I had to make the exception for you. And which one I'm saying it is wondering why I denied and took on to talk to you years ago for Stalin's 80th birthday, when he requested us sing for his birthday, and I had the responsibility to make it happen. You made yourself available to come to my home to record carols and send it down there for Stalin.
Yes.
And because you were so gracious with you, not necessarily have objections and clear your schedule to do it, I believe that the responsibility and the right to chat with you on a day like Need for Stalin, you were there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you so much, Eric. There's so much to talk about in the history of this man, this legend in the music. I mean, I could say that in a lot of ways, Black Stallion have created me, because as a young child growing up, I remember listening to Stalin music. My father, who has always been a big fan of calypso music, kind of inducted me into calypso, and Leroy Kelly's was his favorite artist as 5 and 6 years growing up. I now, as a grown man, could mouth and word every single song of Black Stallion because of my father. So Leroy Kelly's all the way through my life, there is some sort of representation of Leroy Kelly's. And when it was an opportunity, when you created the opportunity for me to come and help out in the regards of recording his song, a special song that we're going to play a little bit later for his birthday party, I had to drop everything, because I am such a fan. I'm such a big fan. So that's the reason why I did it. And it was a sad moment. It was a sad moment today, I'm sure, for the family and for the whole fraternity of calypso music, when they announced his passing earlier today. When did you heard about his passing, Eric?
This morning, was blowing up, and folks were telling me, and I picked up the phone, Patsy, and she said to me, "Yes, it's real," and we were speaking. She said that the police were there to, buddy, and so we had plans to chat maybe later on tonight or tomorrow is when, I got the word of it.
Yeah, indeed. I'm hearing the folks on the chat is saying that we having somewhat of a audio problem. They're not hearing you too well. The audio is kind of cracking a little bit, so we're going to try to remedy that. Again, guys, we are coming to you live. Yeah, let me see if that's a little bit better. I just got complained that the audio was kind of crackling up a bit. Okay, speak again. Let me hear.
Yeah, maybe
yes.
If you have this better.
I think it's a little bit better. Just continue speaking, and
yeah, I can always shift. I can always shift the platform to a MacBook.
You want to go on the MacBook? We'll take some time. We could play a song if you want to switch over the link to the MacBook. The audio will be a lot clearer.
I'll just want to forward. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. So we get the audio better. Guys, we're paying tribute today to a legend, Leroy Calise, the Black Stallion. And we also taking your calls, guys. He passed away today. And I would like to send out our condolences to the family, to the fraternity, the Calypso fraternity in Trinidad and Tobago, and worldwide, because Leroy Calise, the Black Stallion, was loved all over the world, and not only in Trinidad. A lot of artists, I saw Jamo, Edson Mitchell there, Jamo posted earlier of the integral role that Leroy Calise, Black Stallion, played in his career. Eli Musgidbud, the inspector. I mean, he touched every single island with his music, and his music, as we would say, would live on forever. I want to play a song, one of my favorite songs, while we fix the audio. While we fix the audio for Leroy, for Saint Bernard, let's play a song, and we'll be right back. Check this out.
Africa round the corner. Yes, it's one bomb that drop on Hiroshima, and they get the whole of Japan to surrender. And in 200 years, they throw down the reservation. But for 400 years, they still can't subdue African. The more warriors they go down, it's the more warriors we come. The more Africans that they kill, it's the more they still coming. They kill Tutu, they kill Toba, they kill Ashanti, they kill Watusi, they kill Beni, they kill Swahili. The more African that they gone down. They deal with Lumumba long ago. Yes, they deal with Moboya and Steve Biko. Yes, they keep killing leaders after leader. But don't care how much they kill, Africans won't surrender. And how come these same people want to tell me Africans today have no unity? But I know they may say I talk, they may say I'm bad. But one day Africa will be living under one flag. The more Africans they come down, it's the more Africans we come. The more warriors that they kill, it's the more they see coming. They kill Tutu, they kill Bali, they kill Ashanti, they kill Benin, they kill Asanto, they kill Togo. The more Africans that they come down.
Always a message in the music. Always a message in the music. Guys, today we pay tribute to Leroy Kelly's The Black Stalin. And we have back, let me see if the audio is better. We have Eric Sembonard, a very close friend, a media, a massive media personality. Eric, are you there? Let me check your audio again.
Hope this is better.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better. I think so. Yeah, I think it's working out better.
Okay.
All right, Eric. So for the people who just joined and didn't hear the intro, you are not just a media personality extraordinaire for many, many years. Back in TTT, all these years, WRL, all this time. You are also a very close friend of Leroy Kelly, the Black Stallion. Talk about the man himself, Leroy Kelly, and your relationship.
The great, and I think I have written in a couple of things.
Okay. The audio. Hold on. Sorry. The audio is still bad. I'm gonna fix it. Let me call you on WhatsApp. I'll bring you in on video on WhatsApp because the audio is still bad. I want people to hear you very clear. I don't know why it's something like it. Probably could be the software problem, not your problem. So not your fault. Let me just call you on the WhatsApp and I'll bring you on video. Okay. Sorry about that. Let me sort that out, guys. I really want to get Eric Sembonard because this man is he's well sorted after, and I want to make sure that we get an opportunity to chat with him. Let me call him right now on the WhatsApp so we can bring him in on video. Stand by, guys. Let me sort that out right now. All right. Oh, let me do this right now. Yeah, I understand the audio is breaking up. But we're going to sort that out right now. All right, Eric, you are on audio right now, so this should be a little better. So turn off this one. Let me come off this one, and we're just going to speak on WhatsApp.
Okay.
All right. So
you got it.
Right. Okay. So I think I'm hearing you better now, Eric. Yes, Eric. So go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry again.
Yeah. The great irony with Leroy, I tend to call him Leroy, and is that the very first calypso that influenced my life, or I should say the first calypso that I end up liking as a little boy, was from Stalin, with my grandparents watching Calypso Monarch, and this guy came on and sang this song, and these lyrics have stuck in my head forever. All are we named man, 2 foot and 2 hands. Anything you do, I could do it too. I could love, you could love. You could hate, I could hate. In this black man land, all are we named man.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first song that I ever liked as a calypso. So while studying in the US in 1986, I went down doing a dissertation on how calypso influences Trinidad society. And Stalin was the only person willing to give this little young 19-year-old kid a full interview, which we did at the side of the tent, and that was kind of special. I always remember that. But it would so happen that when he was coming to New York all the time, and I was at Medgar Evers College Radio.
Turn back your phone. Turn back your phone this way because it's kind of lopsided. Turn it back regularly. That's fine. We'll work it like that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. He went back to Trinidad and told at that time David Elcock, who you and I worked with.
Yes.
For another reason, right?
Funny enough.
To hire me out of New York as they started Trinidad's first all calypso, soca, and steel pan radio station.
Yes.
While there, I had the pleasure of always having the privilege to call his house any day, anytime, to discuss concerns I have with music, to have better understanding of things happening with the calypso and the soca. So we developed that really good relationship. And I guess the high point of our relationship was producing the Best of Stalin Live CD, where we had all his work that he performed live in San Fernando. And it was one of the biggest sellers. And he did say to me, "You have the best of my work here." So the relationship we had, it was more personal. And, he has been instrumental, ironically, one, in getting me to like calypso, and then many years after, be instrumental in recommending me to leave college and to work as a professional broadcaster in Trinidad under some of the best in the business.
Yes. Talk to us about Leroy Kelly as an individual. I mean, I know him as a great writer, a great singer, an exceptional performer. But talk to us about him as a person.
I would quote Susan Davids, who was the sort of the administrator of Crosby's Records, when she sent me an email this morning and say, "Hey, your boy gone." And I responded back and said to her, "Well, I'm so happy at least that yourself and I and Earl were able to do certain things for him without any fanfare." And her response is what I will quote best to describe Stalin. She simply said, "He was a humble man."
Mm-hmm.
And I think that sums it up. I mean, he will talk to anyone. He was accessible. He never saw himself as a superstar or a star or above the people. And if you go through the repertoire of his music, he always sang for the people. Even the most popular party song he had, "Black Man Feeling to Party." If you listen to what it's all about, it's about telling the black man that your wonderful black wife has spent so much years working and toiling, and now that the children are grown, let me take you out to party. So in that song, he was actually celebrating the black woman.
Yes.
And people just, I guess, hold on to the phrase, the black man.
Yes.
But the black man was feeling to party with his wife, who spent many years raising the children.
Yes, absolutely. What about his writing? I'm very impressed by his writing, and he always look on the how should I say, humanitarian side of things. I get, like, he did the song about Africa, right? He even did one about ism, and he talking about what happened in Grenada, but it was from a humanitarian perspective.
Well, again, Stalin was a man of the people and for the people. So even in Ism Schism, when he sang about what was happening in Grenada,
yes,
the whole argument he was making is like, it's is either socialism and capitalism, and all we're discussing is the ism.
Yes.
And he really wanted the focus to be about the people. So if you listen to all of his work, it's pretty much always about the people. In fact, I remember interviewing him about an issue that occurred when a writer, chastised him for singing Black Man Come Out to Party without understanding exactly what the Black Man Come Out to Party. And the headline was, the Black Man Sold Out. And he come back the next year and say, come with it.
Yes.
And he make reference to the reporter man who didn't understand. So I asked him how he felt about that. And he said, they wrote the article in a newspaper, and by tomorrow or the next day, people taking that paper and wrap up their fish and throwing it away.
Yeah.
But my work will stay here forever for generations and generations to come. And it's unfortunate that we have too many people covering the industry who don't even understand the art of calypsos.
Yes. I want to take a little piece of that song. Black Man Feeling the Party. I know some of you guys remember it. Just go back a little bit into the music. That is Black Stalin.
Stubborn housework, you. Tonight we going and have some fun. I'm just feeling so party, the way we used to when we was young. Just put on something sexy, so you'll be free to move around. Make sure the children okay. We ain't coming home until morning come. Wanna tell me why? Why? Tonight the Black Man just feels so boogie-woogie. Come on, hold on to you. And let me do a little. Ba-ba-la-ba-lam-ba-lam-ba-lam-bam-bam. Lam-ba-la-ba-lam-ba-lam-ba-lam-bam-bam. Lam-bam-bam-bam, de-lam-bam-ba-lam-bam. Lam-ba-tam-ba-tam-ba-tam-ba-tam-ba-tam-ba-tam. Why we talk them, but that's not like we have no time. We go deal with that up. Tonight we come out here to line. We go do a little soca. We go do a little fry. We go do a little back. And show them youngsters how to wine. Why? Come on, hold on to your man. Let me do a little. Ba-ba-la-ba-lam-ba-lam-ba-lam-bam-bam. Lam-ba-ba-la-ba-lam-ba-lam-ba-lam-bam. Lam-bam-bam-bam, de-lam-bam-ba-lam-bam. Lam-ba-dam-ba-dam-ba-dam-ba-dam-ba-dam.
Let's get to paying tribute, a special tribute to the man himself, Leroy Kings, the Black Stalin, and of course we have radio professional, of course, the man himself, longtime friend, Mr. Eric Stempenard. Let's talk about Black Stalin in competition. He was a
before we had it,
talk about him in competition.
Well, Stalin, what he won the monarch, I think, 5 times, whatever. The high point was when him and David Rudder in 1986 from 1985 is when he sang Black Man Feeling the Party. Yes, he was a very good competitor, one of the high points of the history calypso competition in Trinidad and Tobago is actually going to sound that very for black man, feeling to party. He was working all day and all the step, and by Carnival Sunday night, his voice was gone. And if you ever research and find video of that performance on Carnival Sunday night in the Savannah, with over 15, 20,000 people in the ground and the North Stand, Stalin was born. And, the people literally sang the song. And he went around. So the judges really couldn't discern the fact that his voice wasn't 100%. And people had lighters flashing. It's certainly one of the most memorable performance in history of competition. Most people would
love you. We come out here to celebrate.
For example, the fact that, when you tell a young man today good morning, he will say things like, you must get paid for that. It's social, right? Nothing comes easy. It's a song that I play for my son as he goes head off to college to understand you have to work hard, you have to sacrifice, and nothing will be handed to you. So as much as Leroy preached to especially people, us black people, he always, promoted the concept about working hard, about sacrifice. Nothing comes easy. There's a song called Hard Work. Element of Leroy's work to me that should be celebrated and a time where always, in his own deal with it, and that people and keeping the family together.
Social comments has always been something that people have looked to. As a kid growing up, I never really got to understand what he was talking about. I was young. As I started to understand, right? And the way we used to when we was young. And it's still good in it. Something sexy. How much was a comment to what people sing along? So you bring a move around. Make
I guess that is what we talk about the Lord's ability of true artists, where they would write a song into the song that we would talk about is poetic lyrics, which means that remember the lines very easily, right? Then besides that, you have the good melody, right? So you could be seeing like in the song No Woman No, where he was telling, his wife that, and they spent so many years living like a mother and their father until they could save a little money to buy his
let it work here, your man. Leave your worries by we talk them. But that's not like
that song. And whenever he did politics, he never did politics from a partisan point of view. He did politics from a people's point of view. So then he would sing songs like, bring all the chalice, vampire come in, and they come every 5 years, to thief we ears, talking about the politicians who come every 5 years and tell us all these things that we want to hear, but in 5 years' time, we don't see them in that duration. So he said, take out the chalice, vampire come in, they light the chalice and they burn and run them away.
Yes. Guys, we're paying tribute, of course, to Leroy Callis, the Black Stallion. We have another song, another favorite of yours.
Come.
This is tribute to Leroy Calley's Black Stalin. Check this one out. This is another one of my favorites. Wow. The message in the music, I couldn't help myself there, Sam Bernard. I couldn't help myself there. So much memories. No, you was telling us about the story with this one because he started last year. I say I taken my wife to a party. What's the history again? Tell us again.
After the song, Black Man Feeling to Party.
Yeah.
And Ken Ali was the reporter from the TNT Mirror, had the headline, "The Black Man Sold Out." So if you listen to the song, he is saying that this reporter saying that Black Man singing smut, maybe if I had said I had taken my deputy, he might have been happy.
Right.
You know? But with my wife I take out, and I decided not to sing any more songs, and my fans were saying, "No, Black Man, no, come with it. Come with it."
Yes, yes, yes. That's what I'm talking about. You know, do you find, Eric, that there is a lack of this type of melodic social commentary party kind of music? Is that lost, do you think, forever?
No, I am what you might consider a soca defender, and I will get back to something with Stalin on this very said thing too, in the sense that there are a number of great soca songs with social commentary, with good lyrics that people ought to be enjoying.
Right.
Unfortunately, most of the DJs, for obvious reasons, the festivals and whatever, tend to focus on a particular type of music. Unfortunately, in Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypso Association, and I have written to them and told them in so many words, encourage a type of calypso that is really boring and long-winded and lack melody for competitive purposes.
Right.
But if you listen to the words, it's taught that good calypsos are really poetic lyrics with memorable melodies.
Yes.
Stalin, Shadow, Sparrow, Explainer, Penguin. These guys did that kind of work, right? The thing changed up for no fault. Now, I don't get back to Stalin because whereas people assume that all you hear in soca is just, to quote Stalin again, he said, jam the girl in a band, she bend down low, she touch she toes. He could write a million of those. Iowa George, for example, was actually brought into the Calypso tent by Black Stalin.
Yes.
Black Stalin discovered George and brought him to Kitchener.
Yes, 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 yes.
Stalin has often said to me when we were talking about, I would say in the 90s, where you had that change taking place and the youngsters weren't really writing good stuff as yet. And I said, Leroy, a lot of these stuff they're singing and whatever. His advice to me, and like I said, him and I would spend many hours talking, learning from him, listening to him, calling his house. I was the program, manager at 105 FM at that time, programming the music, etc. And he said to me, do not judge the young artists. Every generation has something else to say, different to say, and a certain way of saying it. He says, eventually they will find their voice. Give them a space. And if you want to look back, when he said that, who were coming through? Bunji Garlin, KMC,
right?
People like, people like Swappy, so you have a crop of people who are doing good work. Was the work that they were doing always perfect? No, but Leroy teaches that you allow people to do their thing and fail and correct themselves, and do not try to stifle the young voices. Eventually, they will find their true voice.
Yeah. How did he feel about the how soca basically overran calypso, and that message is just like a jump and wave, and that message is somehow being lost? How you felt about that?
If you are familiar with his catalog, you would see where he defended soca. There's a song he has called "Let the Soca Play," right, which he recorded with Eddie Grant. So his whole thing was the music will change, and he also would argue is that nobody wants to go in a party and listen to somebody lament about what the government did. So there was a time and a place for everything. So his whole thing was really pointing the finger at us broadcasters and people on, not even the party DJs. He would say so much, because the party DJ work, when they go into the party, it's make people dance.
Right.
Right. His thing was with us, who consider ourselves broadcasters, to ensure that we play the full spectrum of the music. Like he said to me once, he said, Eric, if a foreigner coming to Trinidad, that's what we spoke, right? You don't want him to feel that all them people just do is just wine and drink and get drunk. You want them to know we just think about things too in the world.
Right.
Yeah. So there's a song he has called Peace in the World. where you should, make a note and look it up. He has a song they call Better Days. You can look that up.
Yeah, no, well, I have Better Days. I have Better Days queued up, and which I think is one of the most powerful song in his catalog. One off. There's a lot.
No, joke in comparison. You listen to Stand Up.
Well, stand up too. But Better Days is inspirational. Better Days is inspirational. Even during the time, say COVID, in the middle of COVID, when everybody was going through this, and something till Better Days are ahead. Better Days are coming. Let's play this piece of the song, Eric.
Well, before you go down that line, this is the beauty of start writing, right? You holding on to the phrase Better Days, but he is using Better Days very sarcastically. Yeah?
Yes, so I know. It's always deeper. It's always deeper than it actually is with Stalin. I know.
Tonight we want to turn the hands of the clock back down. We want that everybody keep telling we pay with tax, things gonna be better. Pay your tax, things gonna be better. And we keep paying tax and we suffering and we suffering and we suffering. Put the best voices together and help us. This one. Better days are coming and they coming and they coming and they coming. Better days are coming. Children, stop your crying. Better days are coming. I don't want to hear that same song again. If I hear the same song, I might go insane. Because it's that small, the same thing I hear. That's how it have a better day coming. But anyhow that I look around, I see the whole world heading for destruction. People committing crimes and for the escape. Then they're doing all that for the children's sake. Better days are coming. He coming and he coming and he coming and I'm waiting. Better days are coming. With children dying. Children, stop you. What I say? Better. Sit down and wait and dare. $6 million for schools and 90 for bombs. 8 million for house and 60 for guns. That is the type of budget we're making. To get ready for this better days, we're coming. 18-year-old joining up military to kill 18-year-old that they never see. That is the type of preparation it takes to live in this beautiful promise. Better days are coming. They're coming and they're coming and they're coming and they're coming. Better days are coming. I'm waiting. Dying. Better days. Sit down and wait, it's coming. Bus workers on strike, all workers down too. So your children can get bus or go to school. The electric people cannot agree. So don't like so you can look around. 18-year-old joining up military to kill 18-year-old that they never see. That is the type of preparation to live in this beautiful promise. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Children, stop your crying. Better days are coming. If I better world intention, I want it in words, I want it in action. My son must live in fear and no man. Who will take up a gun and cause no destruction? Remember when we come to the suckling, would be revealed unto faith and suckling. Keep on lying and doing you do. One little who go pick up with you. Better days are coming. I'm waiting, 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 waiting. We dying, 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 dying. Children, children, stop your crying. Well, leader say, what you say, what you say? You wait, it's coming, it's coming.
Black Stalin, of course, they're paying tribute to the man himself, the man in the music. So tell us a story. I know he's not really saying better days are coming. Give us the inside scoop.
Being sarcastic and saying our leaders are keep telling us that this better day is coming. But then he's telling you know what? Sit down and wait and dead. 18-year-olds join a military to kill other 18-year-olds they never see.
Yeah.
The life, poetic beauty of it. So he is again taking the side of the people and chastising those in power who keep making these grand promises about all these wonderful things to come. And in the meantime, they're making these promises. We waiting and we waiting and we waiting and we dead. And we never really get the better days they promise we, So a lot of people hear this song and say better days are coming and just hold on to the hook.
Yeah, the hook, yeah.
But with Leroy, you always have to listen to them verses and them that he's telling you what he wants to tell you.
Yeah. One thing that a lot of people also admire about Black Stalin, that he was a regionalist. Yes, he's a Trinidadian, but he wrote songs that reflect on the region, that affects the region. We go talk about ism, schism in a lot, look, because I have it queued up as well. But talk about the man himself, not only looking at politics or what's happening in the local territory, Trinidad, but what's happening in other parts of the Caribbean as well.
Yeah, I mean, he was a globalist.
Yeah.
And he said that he always wanted to sing for his people. He never denied that he was Afrocentric. But being Afrocentric and willing to embrace all other races, all other people. But he said, right? Fix up my little piece of dough before you start sending away stuff. In other words, can we take care of ourselves first and foremost, right? There's a song that he has, I'm not sure if people even realize, it's a song for Nelson Mandela called A Fit.
What's the name of it?
Listen to that song, A Fit. A Fit. AHFIT. It's a song he wrote for Nelson Mandela. And it's one of the more beautiful, things that you would hear. It's a song that has called In the World, Bomb the Gun, Ban the Bomb, let me take care of people. There's another one called Cry of the Caribbean, where he is telling America, since you are the world police, then take care till everybody be all right, So one of the things that he never likes doing or never did, I say, unless things you are totally relevant, he never calls people names in his songs.
Yeah.
And when he does call someone's name, it's because he thinks that person is super, super relative.
Wow. Because in this song here, we're going to play a bit of it. He did, in fact, call some names. Let's check it out. This is Ism. Ism, Kism. Listen to this one, guys. We're going to listen to this one together. Listen to this one. Listen carefully. Earl, are you hearing music, Eric?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Okay. Can't hear the music. Okay, let me. If you are saying you can't hear the music, let's start it up. Are you hearing it now? They still not hearing. They still not hearing the music. They still not hearing the music. All right, guys. Let me start out. Let me start out the music. I don't know why you guys are not hearing the music. But this is ism. Schism. I was talking about a little bit. But Eric, tell us a little bit of the background behind that song.
Well, as you know, Stalin has really just like I do. And just like a lot of, people in the East-West corridor on Point Fortin in Trinidad, a lot of us have, vegan roots. So dealing with issues within the region is something that he took to heart, but he also, like I said, discussed global issues too. The African issues of more come, the more Africans that they kill is the more come, right? When he, talks in so many words in peace in the world, when he's addressing the global issues, when he talks about and he's talking about Nelson Mandela, who spent so much years in jail, but he survived because he is fit mentally and physically and all those kinds of stuff. In the Caribbean, man,
Learn from them,
where
I am
he
sorry.
literally deals with integration.
But listen to the lessons Grenade can teach me.
And tell us,
They teach me capital, social, or communism. It's the same gun head all of them on.
Leaders. So the thing of Leroy is that, he is a compassionate patriot of Trinidad and Tobago, a lover of the Caribbean, and a person who is fully aware of things on the global stage, of issues on the global stage. If you had a chance to sit down with Stalin and we'll talk and have a drink with him and have that, personal one-on-one, the discussion could be anything from what's happening in India to what's happening in South Africa, what's happening in the US. He was a reader. And that's what the great writers do. The great writers read and they understand. And I had gotten to a point in my life where I would normally refer to him as my national pulse, meaning that as a Trinidadian, first and foremost, he was able to address issues domestically for us to relate to, but done in such a way that even a person in the region or in the world could appreciate, what he is saying, because he never says it so domestically that only people within the islands could understand what he is talking about.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, I think I queue up that song right now. I want to play back that song. I want you guys to listen to it. Let me see if I could get it on air right now. This is Ism, Schism.
Schism.
Let me know if you guys are hearing this now.
Grenada, the black man, thank you. Grenadians teach me my biggest lesson. And who alone from them, I am sorry. But listen to the lessons Grenadians teach me. They teach me capital, social, or communism. It's the same gun head all of them on. And from the time you team up with them, like Grenada, you're straight on the losing end. My friend, my friend.
Want to stay away from them is all them is confusion.
You must have a nuclear weapon. Just to. One is on with a gun telling you to vote. One saying to vote with a bomb at your throat. They're saving all their arms and ammo for me and selling the wheat for the enemy. Got to stay away from them ism. All them ism is just schism. From the time you team with one of them ism, the first thing they're talking about is protection. Double tax of people fool your treasury. You got to maintain an efficient army. And too much pressure from the opposition. They could always rent you a whole battalion. And when you get in exism out the way, how much life it costs you could never say. No way, no way, no way. Got to stay away from them ism. For them ism is confusion. You must have a nuclear weapon just to hold on to your ism. Rescue mission to help Grenadian. Rescue mission to Afghanistan. Rescue mission.
Listen, guys. This is literature. This is global literature for you when you're listening to Black Stalin. It's like an encyclopedia talking about what happened in Grenada and the revolution. For those people who follow history know that we oftentimes around the October, we oftentimes pay tribute to Maurice Bishop and talk about the history of what happened in 1983. But this is the encyclopedia of actually what happened in a song. This is the Bible of what happened in a song. Your takeaway.
Yeah, well, again, he says it to you, whether it's capital, social, or communism.
Yeah.
Isms that you're dealing with. And really to protect yourself, you have to have a nuclear weapon. Otherwise, they will leave you alone, because when all these superpowers come in, the first thing they tell you about is protection.
Yes. Yes.
So Leroy wants to kind of forget all these isms and just deal with the people. I know you made reference to him calling names in the song, and I suspect the song that you were talking about would have been Bun Them, where he literally called names in those people he wants St. Peter to deal with.
Yes. Yeah.
And these are names of people he considered important, not in a good way, but in a way that he said chastising people, and he want to get the work from Peter to deal with them.
Yes. Yes. We could sit here and talk about Black Stalin forever because he has so much music, a catalog of so much music. It's only that the younger generation don't pay much attention and not gravitate into this type of things. And because there's so much to be learned. There's so much to be learned from. I see Specky's calling, but we can't take a call because you were on the same phone. But there's so much to be learned, and it's just a pity that the younger generation is not gravitating and learning that history. Let's take that call from Specky. Hold on. Let me take a call from Specky. You might get cut off. Hold on, Specky. Hold on. Let me put you up. Specky is on the line. Specky, you live.
Junior.
Yes, sir.
I must give him my 2 pence, man. That was my friend.
Yes.
And then what your guest said about he always in tune with what happening in the Caribbean.
Yes.
That's true, because he came to Grenada in 1985 to perform at the Lux Cinema. He came with his band, Roy Kip. And that's the same year I came out when I won the Junior Monacan Road match.
Yes.
And as he reached, he asked for inspector. He said, I want to see that youth man inspector.
Wow.
When they bring me backstage, he have a band he usually wear around his neck, Irish green and gold band. If you look at some of his performance, he always have this kind of Rastafarian band, red, yellow, and green and gold. He took that and he put it around my neck and he leave it with me. And he said, you are the future. I'll never forget that.
Wow.
We remained friends for years. 1987, I left SAS, school period. I left and went in Trinidad and stayed down in the savannah and watched that man won the crown with Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I was there when he won with Bondem. Yes, I was in the savannah. We had a show in Texas once, and me, he, and Roy keep in same room, sit down chatting. Because I tell you, he was my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something to me that remained with me for the rest of my life. He said, Inspector, man could really make stuff. Man could do things. He picked up a mattress box because he was a smoker.
Yeah.
If you don't know, he was right. So he picked up a mattress box and he said, "Look at this box," and he let it go and the box fall down.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that box so light, that mattress box so light, and it cannot stay up. He said, look at the aeroplane.
Mm-hmm.
He said, how come the plane staying up? And look at this mattress box in my hand. It's very light,
Mm-hmm.
and it cannot stay up. I let it go, and it must fall along. So you are talking about things man could do, and you are just comparing the mattress box
Mm-hmm.
and a plane. How come a plane staying up when it go up, and the mattress box cannot stay up? It must fall back down, and the mattress box so light. I never forget that. I remember that conversation for the rest of my life. And Stalin used to write real creative. Real creative. He was a writer. Wait, Dorothy, wait. You know,
Yes.
you see when he see things happen better in the world, then he go wind back on Dorothy. But for now, Dorothy have to wait. You know, even ism schism, man. I hear you playing that tune on my skin raised.
Yes.
He talk about soon after the revolution mashup.
Mm-hmm.
He talk about how everybody is the same thing. So just forget, you know, everything you get say. You know, and he was a master.
Yes.
Yeah, he was a master. Chuck Dust had that tune one year. Too much quacks on involved.
Yeah.
He's so crowded. Chuck Dust turned around and he said, the day Black Stalin stop singing, this blessed at form go be suffering.
Yes.
And for a man like Chuck Dust could say that, you know the person he was dealing with, man. He was genius. And a writer, when even though Stalin sing a party tune, you have to learn something from it. Yeah, you have to learn something from it. And don't forget in the Calypso Kings of Kings in 1985, when Sparrow won, Stalin came second. Stalin was right there behind Sparrow. So I just want to say, and he always big up me and a Jamo.
Yes.
Yes, he always talk about me and a Jamo. Kotalin told me since before he met me, Black Stalin tell him about me. So he was my friend, you know, and I know he was down for a while. So to his family, you know, may his soul rest in peace and his music will live on.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Specky, for calling in. We appreciate you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Friend in the music, of course, Elimus Gilbert, the Inspector. We're going to connect back with Eric Sembonard, but this is a song that I know a lot of you guys love.
Hey man, but what kind of big set this is, man? Nothing coming back. Put something in them monitors and them, man. Come on. Hey, this set too expensive for this, man. Walk to the monitors. Bring it up. Bring it up. Fire. 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 But give me a walk with Peter, because some sinners coming, with them I will be dealing, because the things that they do me, I'm going to fix them personally. Peter looks at the road by the gate.
Money.
Peter look the Englishman, we send the road to Africa land.
Money.
Peter take Rick, take Raleigh, but leave Victoria for me.
Money.
Peter can just don't care what you say, but Mussolini, he can't get away.
Money.
Why?
My time for money. Peter, keep the fire burning.
This is my time for money.
Peter, keep the fire blazing.
Come with it. from this madman and woman. I feel the full weight of the hand. Remember the oppressed law. They never care about the poor. Peter, this people look at the day. Well, now it's time for Stalin to play. Peter, wait. Peter, lucky on sweat by the gate.
Money,
Peter, I don't want you to make fuss forever. I want this before.
money, money,
After Peter, look the woman who was South Africa refused to go downtown.
money, money,
Peter, I just look at what you do like Reagan.
money, money.
Why?
Time for money.
Bunny, nana, bunny, nana, bunny, nana, bunny, nana, bunny,
In
nana,
a
bunny.
big fire blazing.
Come with the fire.
It's my time for money. In a big fire blazing.
Eric, I was singing along to every word in that song. I mean, you could never forget these type of songs. These songs would live on forever and ever and ever. The music, the man behind the music, your friend, my icon, Leroy Khalees, the Black Stalin. I remember, Eric, it was last year, you called me and you said you were doing a birthday celebration. I believe 85th or something birthday celebration, and Addison 80th.
Yeah.
Right. And you wanted to have a special, he requested, tell us the story. He requested a special song.
Yeah, I gotta make a rap just now because I have some other commitments. to
Yeah.
fulfill.
We just have about a few more minutes and then we're done.
I tell the story. I just want to reiterate again because I know I'm getting a bunch of messages from people wanting to know how come I told them no and I'm doing, media. And, again, I expressed the fact that I think there's someone named Nigel on your feed just now that says that we need to give these people their flowers while they're alive.
Yes.
And he said it so correctly. And I don't think I would be doing no Stalin tribute on any of my weekend programs on Team Soca because every year for his birthday, I would do 2 hours of Stalin's music. Now that he is gone, I don't have to do it. I did it when he was alive to appreciate it.
Right.
So it gets back to the story of where the wife and I were pretty close and she knows how much I feel about him. And she called me up and said, we're going to celebrate Leroy's 80th birthday. And there's a special request. And the special request was to have Carol Addison sing for him these 2 songs that he loves so much, Take Me Back and, Born to Shine. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get this done. And she said, do you have enough time? I said, no, I know the right person to call who would get it done for me. And that was you. And when I called you and I told you what it was, you didn't hesitate. You didn't think twice. You came here with all your equipment. You bring your son from his football practice and you camped out and you had it done the right way. And the truth is, lots of people talk about that performance. And Carol Addison even said to me that when she did that performance, she felt very comfortable in your presence, my presence, and the whole vibe that was taking place because she felt love in the house. And she said she was doing it with all her heart for Stalin. So, I say that again to thank you and to explain to people that the reason why I decided only to talk to you and you alone, because when it was time to give Stalin flowers while he was alive, you showed up.
Yes.
And you delivered. So you calling on me, it means that you are legit. You had given when he was alive. All the other people who want to call and talk now, maybe in 2-3 weeks we can discuss that. And if ever you want, Junior, to plan another program some weeks from now, where we can pull some of the more songs that is not popular, but really good, that talk to Stalin's personality, his philosophy, and his love for people. And I will tell your audience from now, when we do that, It would be songs that they might be familiar with, but it will be songs that they would love.
Yes, yes. Listen, it was a no-brainer. When I got the call to do this, I mean, even if I had to take a flight somewhere, I would have dropped it and come and do it. It was that important. And just being there and getting the stuff done for Leroy Kelly's. Even my son, he remembered that whole experience of putting together this video with Addison. So thank you for the opportunity. And we did it when he was alive to embrace it and to love it. And I really want to thank you for giving me that, giving me that forward to even videotape this whole, will be a part of Black Stalin's life. A man that I really see as an icon. Thank you so much. I know you have to leave, but we're going to do something again.
Thanks a lot, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah.
Okay,
Guys,
cool.
I want to show you guys a little clip of the performance that we're speaking about, but it was something that I was called on by, again, as Eric said, to do this for Leroy Kelly's when he was 80 years old. And Carl Addison, she was the artist, and we set up the set. They set up the house really nice, and we shot this for his 80th birthday party. Check this out. This is a performance from Brooklyn, New York. Check this out.
As I stand before you, I begin to think about some of the things in my life I wish I could change if I had known better. So I'm in that kind of, if I could, I should have, I would have, whatever all of that means. God never allows us to understand all that needs to be understood in advance. And there's some beauty in that, because it allows us to stop and to think, to imagine. And so right now, I am thinking about what tomorrow might bring. I am wondering what it would be like. So I would picture what I want to see in my life. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, and above us only sky. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to live for, to die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people sharing all of this world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you join us and the world would be when you imagine what this would be like. Nothing to kill for, to die for, and no religion too. Could you imagine? Yeah. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say, I'm a dreamer, but I am not the only one. I hope someday you join us and the world would be. You may think I'm a dream, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us and this world would be, and this world would be. Yes, and this world would be a better place to live, to live in. I know it will. I've been through some things. I know this world would be a better place.
Just want to take this opportunity to send out our condolences to the family of Leroy Calise and friends and the Calypso Soca fraternity worldwide. He will be greatly missed, but his music will live on forever and ever and ever. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program today. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for giving us the stars. Just thanks for being here. We appreciate you so much. On behalf of all our production team here at Ride Along Live, our executive producer Lois JJ, of course, our moderators Kibbs, Deanne Fraser, and Gail Charles, we say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, the Riders Award is this Friday. This Friday, guys. Riders People's Choice Award. We invite everyone, if you have not yet voted, go out and vote. Thousands of votes are casted, guys. Thousands of votes all day. Everybody's voting. Go ahead and vote for the Riders People's Choice. On Friday at 8 p.m., we add it up and give you that final scores. All right? Good luck to everyone in every single category, guys. We appreciate you so much. Also for the sponsors and everyone involved. Thank you guys so much. I'm Junior George. This was a tribute to Black Stalin, the black man himself. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys again tomorrow. Good night.
Carpentry and Cleaning Service Inc., providing exceptional carpet and cleaning, floor installation, refinishing, home renovations, drywall, painting, plastering, doors and moldings, electrical and plumbing, and much more. We are a one-stop shop for all your professional needs. Give us a call today on 718-221-5572. That is 718-221-5572. Or you can call our cell on 917-939-3192. Check out our sales on all services. We're located at 218 Schenectady Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Phillips Carpentry and Cleaning Service Inc.
Established in 1998, Ross Road Funeral Services continues to assist you plan the ideal funeral or memorial service locally or internationally. Our reputation is built on providing personalized funeral services based on love and compassion. Call Ross Road Funeral Services at 718-547-0640.
Ross Road Funeral Services, where your loved one is our loved one.